श्रुति स्मृति पुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम् अपार करुणासिन्धुं ज्ञानदं शान्तरूपिणं श्रीचन्द्रशेखरगुरुं प्रणमामि मुदान्वहम्।
श्रुति स्मृति पुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। With the abundant blessings of our Acharya Swamiji, we have completed 3 weeks of Vande GurorMandalam serial lecture program on SHANKARA STOTRAS. We are now in Shivananda Lahari, sloka number 87.
Periva Sharanam. Ashanam garalam phanikalapo vasanam charma cha vahanam mahokshaha mama dasyasi kim kimasti shambho tava padambuja bhakti meva dehi.
Last shloka also, he was asking Parameshwara how to do puja because you are Vishwavyapi, you are all over the place. So I don't know where is your head, where is your foot. Now this time, he says, what should I offer to you? That was about puja. This is about what I should, no, what you can give me. What is there for me, for me with you? Now, Ashanam Garalam, your food is poison. So I cannot expect that you will give me part of your food. After you have completed your food, the Naivedya, the Bhukta Shesha, you cannot give me because that is poison. Then maybe I can ask you to give some ornament which you are wearing. Ani Kalapaha, your ornament is serpent. So there is no point in expecting any ornament from you. There is no point in expecting any food from you. Vasanam Charmacha. If you are wearing something beautiful, some dress, I can expect that you will give me some good dress. But what you are wearing is elephant hide and tiger skin. So, what is the use of elephant hide and tiger skin for me? Vasanam charmacha vahanam mahokshaha. If you have some beautiful vehicle, I can expect that you will also give me some good vehicle. But your vehicle is mahokshaha, the great bull, Nandi. So, there is nothing with you which you can give me. Mama dasyasi kinkimasti shambho. Oh Shambho, Mama dasyasi, what you can give me, kinkimasti, is there anything? There is nothing which you can give me. Tava padam buja bhakti me vadehi. So I am asking you for something which you can definitely give me, and that is the devotion at your lotus feet. Tava padam buja bhakti meva dehi. So bhakti is most important. Don't run after mundane objects. That is the lesson he is putting in a very interesting manner. Because all these food, ornaments, dress, vehicle, look at the choice he has made. All these are usual attraction for a person on earth, isn't it? He is attracted by food, he is attracted by ornaments, he is attracted by vehicles, he is attracted by dress, isn't it? A lot of money is being spent on buying valuable dresses, valuable cars, etc. etc. So, but all these are going to die. All these are going to disappear from you in due course of time. So, what will not disappear from you is bhakti, because bhakti itself will lead you to moksha, he has said. So, ashanam garalam phani kalapaha vasanam karma cha vahanam mahokshaha mama dasyasi kinkimasti shambho tava padambuja bhakti meva dehi.
यदा कृताम्भोनिधिसेतुबन्धनः करस्थलादः कृतपर्वताधिपः भवानि ते लङ्घितपद्मसम्भवः तदा शिवार्चास्तव भावनक्षमः.
He says, for doing archana to Parameshwara, you need a special capacity. I don't have that kind of capacity. What should I do? That is the question. Why he is saying like this? Why it is so difficult to do archana to Parameshwara? He is explaining. Yada krita ambho nidhi setu bandhanaha. Krita ambho nidhi setu bandhanaha. Ambho nidhi is ocean. Setu bandhana is building a bridge across the ocean. That is what Rama did. So like Rama did Setu bandhana across the ocean, Karastharadha Krita Parvata Adhipaha. This is the story of Agastya. Agastya put down the pride of Vindhya mountain. Vindhya mountain, at the instance of Narada, started growing up in the sky because Vindhya mountain wanted to compete with Meru mountain. Because that is what Narada had told Vindhya. See, look at Meru, such a tall golden mountain on the top of which Brahma, Vishnu, Devi, all Ashtalokpalakas, all of them are residing, and all Navagrahas are circling around Meru. Look at you, nothing is there with you. And you are also very tall. What is the use of your being tall? Like this he has told. So immediately Vindhya started growing up and up in the sky, with the result that he grew so tall that he obstructed the course of the sun. So with the result of Vindhya, part of India, north of Vindhya became extremely hot, unbearably hot, and south of Vindhya became extremely cold, no sunshine. So with the result, Devas went and prayed to Parameshwara. Parameshwara dispatched Agastya Maharishi. Agastya Maharishi came down, and then when he went to Vindhya mountain, he saw this great height. He said, I have to go to south, and I am a very short person, dwarf type Agastya Muni. So he said, I am very short, I cannot cross you if you are so tall. So become short, then I will cross you, I will go to Dakshina Bharatam. When I come back, wait till you come back, don't grow now. Wait till I come back. After I come back, then you can start growing. He never went back, he stayed in southern India. So that story is mentioned here. Karasthaladha Krita Parvata Adhipaha. Krita Parvata Adhipaha. The Lord of Mountains, that is Vindhya Mountains, was Karasthala Adhakrita. By mere application of hand, he put it down. Adhakrita means put it down. That is, he pressed Vindhya Mountain with his hand because Vindhya was arguing. At that time, he became impatient. He just pressed with his hand and then it went down. So, Bhavani te langhita pada padma sambhavaha tada shivarka tava kshamaha. Next, third example he is giving is langhita padma sambhavaha. Padma sambhavaha is Brahma. Langhita means crossing his powers, exceeding his powers. Brahma is all powerful, we all know that. So I have to exceed the powers of Brahma, then only Tada Shivarcha Tava Bhavana Kshamaha. Shiva Archa Stava Bhavana Kshamaha. Then only I will be capable of. Bhavani means I will be capable of. Bhavani is not Devi's name here. Bhavani means I will become. Future tense of Bhu, I will become. I will become capable of performing Archana to Shiva, Tava, Stotra to Shiva, Bhavana, that is meditating on Shiva. All that will be possible only when I have this kind of capability which I have listed. Three capabilities he has listed. So, what he says is, in other words, somebody has kept the Mic on. Sounds are coming from somewhere. So he says all these three instances which I have quoted, with Shiva's blessing, they have achieved something which is impossible to achieve. So if I also have your blessing, then only I can do even Archana, Stotra and meditation on you. Even that is not possible for me. यदा कृताम्भो निधिसेतु बन्धनः करस्थलाथ कृतपर्वताधिपः भवानि ते लङ्घितपद्मसम्भवः तदा शिवाच्चस्तव भावनक्षमः.
नतिभिर्नुतिभिस्त्वमीश पूजा विधिभिर्ध्यानसमाधिभिर्न तुष्टः धनुषा मुसलेन चाश्मभिर्वा वदते प्रीतिकरं तथा करोमि.
In the previous sloka 88, he expressed his inability to do anything worthwhile to Shiva because these great people have set an example. I am nowhere near them, so I am afraid. That means it shows utter humility. Who am I compared to Rama, compared to Agastya, compared to Brahma? I am nobody. So if I start doing Archana in my own way, if I start doing Stotra in my own way, what is it? How does it matter? What is the use? So now he is taking another argument in respect of similar puja for Parameshwara. He says there are some great people who have worshipped you in very unusual ways. They have worshipped you in very unusual ways. So I am now confused because you have blessed them. You have given them moksha. So only if I also adopt those means, will you bless or will you bless me if I adopt the normal means? That is the question. Natibhir swami puja vidhibhir dhyana samadhibhir natushtaha. It appears that you are not happy or not pleased with natibhihi, with namaskaras, prostrations and pradakshinas going round. Nutibhihi, nuti is stotras, chanting stotras. Tvam Isha, O Ishvara, you don't become pleased with all this puja vithibihi. Doing puja as laid down in the Shastras. There are many methods of doing puja. The most elaborate is 108 puja. Next is 64. Next is 16. Shodasha puja. It's what many people do. And even if you don't have time even for that, you do a very brief Panchanga puja. So, if you do puja as per rules, dhyana samadhi bihi, dhyana is meditation, samadhi is during the meditation, you reach the peak of meditation and you become one with Parabrahman. That is samadhi. These are the last two limbs of this Ashtanga Yoga. It starts with Yama, Niyama, Prana, Yama, Pratyahara, etc. And then Dharana, Dhyana and Samadhi. Dharana is keeping the mind away from distractions. Distractions will keep coming. So you pull the mind back from distractions. That is the initial stage of trying to concentrate. After doing that, you will find that these distractions are no more occurring. You are able to concentrate. That is the stage of jhana. But even then, there is duality. You are there, and the object of meditation, Shivalinga, Shiva is there. You and Shiva are different. You are doing meditation on Shiva. But in the next stage of samadhi, you lose yourself completely. Your identity is lost, and only Shiva Sarupa remains. That is samadhi. You become one with him. So these are all great things, not easily achievable. So he started with ordinary prostration. He ended up with the highest samadhi. Even with all this, it appears you are not happy. You seem to be happy with some unusual forms of worship. Dhanusha Musale Nachashmabhirva Vadate prithikaram tatha karomi. It appears you are happy with somebody. If somebody strikes you with a bow, if somebody strikes you with a pestle, if somebody strikes you with a piece of stone, why he is saying all this? Very funny thing. If somebody strikes with a bow or a pestle or a piece of stone, you become happy. So that means he has got people in mind who have achieved the blessing of Rameshwara by doing this kind of unusual activity. So there are stories connected with that. The story connected with Dhanus is Arjuna. At the before the beginning of Mahabharata war, Krishna asked Arjuna to go and attain Pashupatastra from Shiva. So Arjuna went to Himalayas, did intense tapas. At that time, Parameshwara was very pleased. He appeared there, but he appeared in the form of a Kirata, in the form of a hunter. That is why Kirataarjuniyam, a great epic poem, has been written by another poet on this subject. Then when the Kirata came to the scene, he saw a wild boar and he dispatched an arrow at the boar. When Arjuna got disturbed by all this disturbance, he opened his eyes and then he saw a boar and somebody, some hunter dispatching an arrow. Being the greatest archer of his time, he did not want to lose his archery to ordinary hunter. So he also dispatched an arrow, thinking that he will be faster than the hunter. But became successful in dispatching the arrow and seeing that the arrow reaches the boar earlier. So he said the boar belongs to me because my arrow went to the boar first. But Arjuna argued, no, it was my arrow, not your arrow. You are confused. So then there was a fight between the two. The fight deteriorated into a battle. At that time, when each started striking the other, uh, Arjuna struck this Kirata, this hunter, on his forehead with his bow, with his Gandiva bow. After that, Parameshwara started going up, jumping up into the sky. So then Arjuna didn't want him to succeed like that. So he pulled his legs. He caught hold of his legs and pulled him down. So because Parameshwara's legs have been caught by Bhakta, now he cannot fight anymore. So he showed his real Parameshwara Sarupa. Arjuna fell at his feet, asked for his pardon, and then he was granted the Pashupatastra. So Arjuna got Pashupatastra after he struck the hunter Parameshwara with his bow. So that is the reference here. Musala is pestle. Pestle is an weapon which Balarama uses. A pestle and a plough. These are the two weapons which he is known for. Now, this pestle has been used by an old woman called Bimba Karika, and she was a great Shiva Bhakta. And once Shiva came to her in order to test her devotion. Shiva came in the form of a terrible looking terrible looking Kapalika with a lot of skulls on his body and very grotesque appearance. So the woman did not like his appearance, so she bet him with a pestle. Because pestle is always there in all homes, isn't it, in those days? Used for beating the grain, food grain. So uh, she bet him with a pestle, and Shiva was very pleased and showed her his real Swarupa and gave her moksha. Bimbasarika, that was the name of that woman. The third is Ashmabhihi, that is the stone, piece of stone. There are 63 Nayanmars in Tamil Nadu, as all of you must be knowing. So one of the Nayanmars was called Shakya Nayana. In his time, he was a great Shiva Bhakta, very great Shiva Bhakta. And in his time, the Jains had become preponderant in large areas of Tamil Nadu. So in his area, Jain rule was going on, and he was afraid that Jains will trouble him if he is seen to worship Shivalinga, because Jains will not allow anyone to worship Shivalinga in that time. So what he did, he cannot stop worshipping. At the same time, he cannot be seen to be worshipping. So he adopted a trick. So from instead of entering into Shiva temple from outside only, it appears in his place, Shivalinga was visible from outside. So from outside only, he used to throw a stone. So throwing a stone, you can aim a stone at a little faraway place, isn't it? So he aimed a piece of stone at the Shivalinga and praying that the stone should be treated as a flower. Because I cannot throw a flower from here. If I am seen throwing a flower, the Jains will punish me. But if I am seen throwing a stone, they will be very happy. So this is what he did, and ultimately he was blessed with moksha again by Shiva. So these are the references. So he is asking, Vadate Priti Karam Tatha Karomi. What is actually pleasing to you? The first list of activities of prostrations, stotras, pujas, dhyana, samadhi, are these activities pleasing to you? Or do you want to be beaten with a bow or a pestle or a piece of stone? Which is more pleasing to you? Vadate priti karam. What is pleasing to you? Tatha karomi. I will do as you advise. This is what he says. This is a kind of ninda stuti, as they say. It is like a criticism, but actually a stuti. नतिभिर्नुतिभिस्त्वमेष पूजा विधिभिर्ध्यान समाधिभिर्न तुष्टः धनुषा मुसलेन चाश्मभिर्वा वदते प्रीतिकरं तथा करोमि.
वचसा चरितं वदामि शम्भोः अहमुद्योगविधासु ते अप्रसक्तः मनसा कृतिमीश्वरस्य सेवे शिरसा चैव सदा शिवं नमामि.
Now he is talking about a straightforward prayer. He is saying, he is giving a guidance to all of us. You do the prayer as I am advising you. Vachasa charitam vadami shambhoho. With my mouth, with my words, I speak the stories of Shambhu, the Leelas of Shambhu, Shiva Purana, etc. are there, Linga Purana, so many stories are there, so many kavyas are there written by great poets like Kumara Sambhavam of Kalidasa. Lot of stories of Shiva are there. Aham udyoga vidhasu te aprasaktaha. I am only good for this. That is, chanting the stories, chanting stotras, etc. But if you ask me to do yoga, which we saw just now, starting with yama, niyama and going up to dhyana and samadhi, that is for great yogis, great jnanis. I am not good in that. Aham udyoga vidhasute aprasaktaha. Udyoga normally means enterprise, doing a job. But here it means utu yoga. That means lofty yogi, high level of yoga. Yoga vidhasu, high level of yogic practices. Aham, say aprasaktaha. I am not attached to those practices. I am not good in those practices. I have no love for those practices. I cannot do them. I can only chant your stotras or chant your Leela stories. Manasa kritimeshwarasya seve sirasa kaiva sada shivam namami. But I can do something more. I can direct my mind completely to you. Manasa akritim ishwarasya seve. Ishwarasya akritim, the form of Ishwara. So whenever we sit for meditation, you always bring a name and a form in your mind. That is the basic Nama Rupa. Without Nama Rupa, without Rupa, no meditation is possible. Without Nama, no chanting is possible, isn't it? So normally the two go together. Even when you sit for meditation, you do a mental japa, at least in the initial stages. That mental japa will be a Nama. And what you see in your mind is the Rupa. So Nama Rupa is required. So that Rupa is Akriti. Ishwarasya Akritim, Ishwarasya Swarupa, Manasa Seve, in my mind I can worship, I will do that, I am doing that. So this is most important. If you have done that, you have done everything which is required to be done. All that is required to be done has already been done. If you constantly think of Ishvara Swarupa in your mind, Shirasa Chaiva Sada Shivam Namami. With my head, I bow, I do prostration to Sadashiva. Sadashiva is the highest form of Shiva, we have seen before. So Panchakritya, the last Anugraha is done by Sadashiva, we have seen before. So he says, I bow my head in reverence to Sadashiva, I prostrate to him. In my mind, I always do worship of Ishvara's form. I cannot do yoga, but I can always chant your stories, your stotras with my mouth. So these are simple things which anybody can do. That's what he says. If you don't worry about your inability to do yoga, etc., he is giving us guidance. वचसा चरितं वदामि शम्भोः अहमुद्योगविधासु ते अप्रसक्तः मनसा कृतिमीश्वरस्य सेवे शिरसा चैव सदा शिवं नमामि.
आद्या विद्या हृद्गता निर्गतासीत् विद्या हृद्या हृद्गता त्वत्प्रसादात् सेवे नित्यं श्रीकरं त्वत्पदाब्जं भावे मुक्तेर्भाजनं राजमौळे.
Rajamouli, this we have seen before. Rajamouli means Chandramouli, we have seen before, one who is having Chandra on his head. He says, by worshipping Parameshwara, Teve Nityam Shrikaram Tatpadabjam. I do Nityam Shrikaram Tatpadabjam Bhave. I meditate on your lotus feet, always, Nityam, always. Shrikaram, how is your lotus feet? Very auspicious. Shrikaram means extremely auspicious. So, your extremely auspicious lotus foot, I always keep in my mind, I always worship in my mind. Bhave, mental worship. So I do that. Then Tat Prasadat, by your blessing, what happens? Adya, Avidya, Hridgata, Nirgata, Sit. In my Hridgata, in my Hridaya, this Avidya is sitting for a very long time. Throughout the crores of Janma journey which I have undertaken, this Avidya has been following me. Avidya is ignorance, which leads us to attachment with samsara because we don't know what is real and what is unreal. Reality is Parabrahman and unreality is the samsara, which we don't recognize. That is avidya. So that adya avidya, the ancient avidya, the avidya which has been there before my birth in the past. I have taken crores of births. In all those births, this avidya has, so adya means very ancient. Hridgata, it has always been in my heart. Nirgata, see, now it has gone. Something which has been following me for so many years has left me because of your blessing. Then, after it left, Vidya, Hridya, Hridgata. Vidya has taken its place. Avidya went away. Vidya has taken its place. Hridgata, it has occupied my heart. How is Vidya? Hridya. Hridya means pleasing to the heart. That is the normal meaning. But here it means something more. That meaning applies, but something more is meant here. And that is Ya Harati Sa Hridya. Something which removes. What it removes? Avidya it removes. Vidya has got the capacity of removing avidya. So the one which has the capacity of removing, that is Hridya. Hridaya Granthim Nashayati. It destroys the avidya granthi, the knot of avidya in the heart. That is the technical meaning for this. So by your blessing, vidya has taken the place of avidya. Avidya has been driven away. This is like darkness being driven away when sun rises. The first ray of the sun, darkness runs away, disappears. Similarly, as soon as Vidya comes, avidya runs away. But actually, there is nothing like Vidya coming. Surya has to come. Sun rises there. But Vidya, there is no question of rising. It is there already for all of us. Ishvara Sarvabhutanam Hrideshe Arjuna Tishtati. We have seen. In all the hearts, in all living beings, Bhagavan is seated there already. So, but we are not able to see him. Sakshatkara is not possible because there is a veil of avidya. That veil of avidya goes when Vidya comes forth in all its shine. It breaks this avidya into pieces and avidya disappears. That happens only with your grace. So I always worship your lotus feet, auspicious lotus feet in my mind. Mukter bhajanam rajamaule. What is your lotus feet? Muktehe bhajanam. It is the abode of mukti. Your lotus feet or the abode of mukti. So those lotus feet I always worship in my mind. And because of your grace, because of your blessing, the ancient avidya has left my heart and vidya has taken its place. So the purpose of life, the fourth purushartha of moksha, I have achieved because vidya has come to me. Vidya means jnana. Jnana means moksha. They go together. If you have received vidya, you have received jnana. If you have received jnana, you will be getting moksha. So this chain is there constantly. So vidya has come means I am already recipient of moksha blessing. Adya vidya hridgata nirgata sit vidya hridya hridgata tatprasadat eve nityam sitaram tatpadabhyam bhave mukter bhajanam rajamaule.
दूरीकृतानि दुरितानि दुरक्षराणि दौर्भाग्यदुःखदुरहङ्कृति दुर्वचांसि सारं त्वदीयचरितं नितरां पिबन्तं गौरीश मामिह समुद्धर सत्कटाक्षैः.
Third line, Saram Tadiye Charitam Nitaram Pibantam. Pibantam means drinking. Nitaram means plenty. I am drinking in plenty. What is the drinking? Saram Tadiye Charitam. Your stories, which are essence. Your stories, which are essence. Essence means what? Something which gives you strength. That is essence, isn't it? Something which nourishes you is Sara. So, the nourishment of my Atma happens with listening to your stories. So listening to stories, he is putting it as drinking because it is so enjoyable, like drinking Amrita, like that. So by doing this, what has happened? Duri kritani duritani duraksharani. By doing this, listening to your stories and doing parayana, reading your stories, Duritani, Duri Kritani, all my sins have been washed away. These sins have been following me from my previous janmas. All those sins have disappeared now. Duraksharani, bad letters. What is bad letters? Written by Brahma on his forehead when I took birth. When I took birth, he wrote something on my forehead. Those letters were very unfortunate for me, and those have disappeared now. Normally, Brahma's letters cannot be washed away by anyone, but they can be washed away with Parameshwara's grace. That is what he is saying. Because Brahma's letters are based on your karma, and your karma cannot be washed away. The Brahma's letters cannot also be washed away. That does not mean that you should not be on the path of spirituality, on the path of bhakti. It doesn't mean that. You must continue your journey, but there will be difficulties because of this Brahma's writings. So, but even those difficulties will be washed away by Parameshwara's grace. Daurbhagya dukkha durahankriti durvachamsi. Daurbhagya, bad luck. We always say something wrong, something bad happens to us, we say, no, no, it was my bad luck. Something good happens to us, we say, yes, it was my good luck. This good luck and bad luck are not something which happen to us randomly. That's what we think. There is no, suddenly it happens randomly. That is not correct. They come as per the design of Parameshwara. If something good has to happen, it will happen, whether you like it or not. If something bad has to happen, it is bound to happen. That is part of the Duraksharani, what Brahma has written. It is a part of the divine scheme of things. In that scheme of things, these things will keep on happening. Now, we can even blame circumstances, we can even blame individuals. That fellow has harmed me, I will go and harm him. This is the normal human reaction. In fact, that fellow who has harmed you cannot do any harm to you unless he has been prodded by Parameshwara. And he has been prodded by Parameshwara because of your karma, evil karma. So he has come for punishing you for your evil karma. He is only an instrument. Though it appears that he is a very evil man, he is bent upon troubling us, all that is there, no doubt. They are all there. But what is behind it? Behind it is this theory. So, whatever we call Daurbhagya is actually a result of our evil karma, result of what Brahma has destined for us. Dukkha, the misery, because of this Daurbhagya, it results in misery. Durahankriti, bad ahankara. Ahankara is at the root of all our mental activity. We have seen before. Our mental activity, mind in Antahkarana has four compartments we have seen. Ahankara, Chitta, Manas and Buddhi. We have seen this before. So this Ahankara is at the root, the ego at the root. I am different from someone else. This is the basis of our Ahankara. I am rich, that fellow is poor. I am beautiful, that fellow is ugly. I am very learned, that fellow has no learning. This kind of differentiation is at the root of Ahankara. Now, if I know that my Atma is the same as his Atma, all this learning, all this wealth, etc., are only upadhis, they will disappear in course of time. They are not the real me. Similarly, the real him is also Atma. So we are one and the same. If you get that feeling, that is jnana. That only jnanis can get. We cannot get that. So, this ahankara is at the root of all our actions, mental activity, and consequent all activities. But when it takes a bad shape, when this ego, if this ego prods you into good activities, well and good, no problem. But when this ahankara prods you into bad activities, evil activities, then it becomes durahankriti. Now that is also gone. All these are gone. This list is those which are gone. Durvachamsi, evil words. Because this ahankara is at the mental level. Then it comes to level of words. Vikarana Shuddhi, we say, isn't it? Kayena, Vachasa, Manasa. Manasa, Vachasa, Karmana, we say. So this Manas is covered with Durahankriti. Vachas we are now covering because next stage is Vachas. And Karmana we have already seen before. Duritani, etc. The sin has come to you because of your karma only. So all these have gone from me by drinking your deal endlessly, Nitaram, a lot, plenty I have done. Gauri Shamamiha Samuddhara Sakkatakshahi. You are the Ishvara of Gauri. Gauri is always with you, and Gauri, as our mother, she will not let me down. That is why he is saying Gauri Isha. Mam Iha Samuddhara. Please raise me here, in this earth only, in this world only. Don't wait for me to leave this body and then you will help me. No. Now, right now, when I am here in this body, please raise me. Samudhara means raise me. Raise my level of in spiritual journey. Sat katakshahi. How will you do that? By your kataksha, by your sidelong glance. The sidelong glance also should be favorable to me. Anukula. That is the sat katakshahi. It can be evil if Kataksha is directed towards an asura, for example. So that should not happen to me. So, with your blessing, all sins have gone, all bad writing of Brahma has gone, bad luck is gone, misery is gone, evil ego has gone, evil words have gone. I have been constantly drinking in plenty your stories of Leela. Oh Gauri Ishvara, Ishvara of Gauri, please come and raise me here, right here on this earth by directing your favorable sidelong glances to me. दूरीकृतानि दुरितानि दुरक्षराणि दौर्भाग्यदुःखदुरहङ्कृति दुर्वचांसि सारं त्वदीयचरितं नितरां पिबन्तं गौरीश मामिह समुद्धर सत्कटाक्षैः.
सोमकलाधरमौलौ कोमलघनकन्धरे महामहसि स्वामिनि गिरिजानाथे मामकहृदयं निरन्तरं रमताम्.
Now this is the prayer. You please guide me, please help me, he says. He says, and it is a stotra come prayer. Somakaladhara Maulau, one who is having on his head Chandra Kala, the crescent moon. It's not a full moon which he is having. He is having the third day moon. Somakaladhara Maulau, Soma Komala Ghana Kandhare. Kandhara means neck. Your neck is very soft, but it is also very dark, like a dark rain-laden cloud. Ghana Kandhare. Why? Because you have drunk poison. That poison is retained in your throat. So that area has become especially dark. Otherwise, Shiva is extremely white. This dark throat appears as a complete contrast to this white form. That is what he is saying. But it is still smooth. Smoothness is not gone because it is sitting inside this poison. Komala, soft, Komala Ghana Kandhare, Maha Mahasi, great Jyoti. Maha Mahasi means great Jyoti. Shiva is known as Jyoti, Jyotirlinga. We have seen the story of how he appeared as a Jyotir Stambha in front of Brahma and Vishnu. So that is Maha Mahas. Mahas means Jyoti. Swamini, he is our Swami. He is our Lord. He is, we are all his property. He is the owner, proprietor. So he is Swami. Girija Nathe, he is the Lord of Girija. Mamaka Hridayam Nirantaram Ramatam. In Parameshwara, who has been described in these three lines, let my Hridaya, Mamaka Hridayam, let my heart, Nirantaram Ramatam, always be enjoying. Ramatam means be enjoying in Parameshwara always. Let my heart be enjoying in Parameshwara always. It is always engaged in worship of Parameshwara. That worship is a very enjoyable experience. Ramatam means very pleasing experience. Very enjoyable, very pleasing, beautiful. So, Somakaladhara Maulau, Komalaghana Kandhare Mahamahasi, Swamini Girijanathe, Mamaka Hridayam Nirantaram Ramatam.
सारसनाते नयने तावेव करौ स एव कृतकृत्यः याये यौ यो भर्गं वदतीक्षेते सदार्चत स्मरति.
He is using Sanskrit grammar in a very interesting manner. Sa ya, like that. Te ye, like that. Sa rasana, that is the tongue. Which is the tongue? Ya vadati. The ya is a strilinga of yaha. Yaha is pulling, ya is striling. So he is showing us how Sanskrit grammar has been can be employed beautifully. So he says that is the tongue which speaks of your leelas. Te nayane, those are the eyes. Ye ikshete, which look at you, which have darshan of your form. Those are the eyes which have darshan of your form. That is the tongue which speaks of your leelas. Taveva karau tada archataha. Taveva karau yau sada archataha. Those are the hands which always do archana to you. How can hands always do archana? That means always mentally you be engaged in archana. You may not have physically the possibility of doing archana, but all your actions you dedicate to archana. Whatever you do with your hand, consider it as your archana. Even mundane activity. That is what indirectly it conveys. Tave eva karau, those are the hands. Yau sada archataha, which always do archana to you. Saye eva kritakrityaha. Yo bhargam smarati sada smarati sayeva kritakrityaha. He is the one who has accomplished whatever is to be accomplished. That means what? He has achieved the purpose of life. He has achieved the purpose of life. He has done whatever is required to be done. Kritakrityaha. Who? Yo bhargam sada smarati. Bhargam is like that mahas in the last sloka. Brilliance. That is why in Gayatri Mantra, Bharga comes. Because we are talking about the brilliance of Surya, which represents Gayatri Devi. Similarly, the Bharga, the brilliance of Parameshwara, Sada Smarati, he always thinks of that. He may be doing other activities with his mind, but at the same time, he has not forgotten Parameshwara. He is always thinking of the Jyotis of Parameshwara. That that chap only has done whatever is required to be done. All others, no. So that is the tongue which speaks of your Leela. Those are the eyes which constantly have darshan of you. Those are the hands which constantly do archana to you. And he is the one who has accomplished life's mission, who constantly meditates on you, on your brilliance. Sarasana te nayane taveva karau sayeva kritakrityah ya ye yau yo bhargam vadati kshete sadarshata smarati. Very beautiful sloka.
अतिमृदुलौ मम चरणौ अतिकठिनं ते मनो भवानीश इति विचिकित्सां सन्त्यज शिव कथमासीद् गिरौ तथा वेशः.
Now he is saying, my mind is a very hard surface. Your feet are very soft. So you may be worried how to go and occupy his mind with my soft feet. That's a very hard surface. But don't worry. Ati mridulau mama charanau. My feet are extremely soft. Ati kathinam te mano. Your mind is extremely hard surface. O Bhavanisha, O Ishvara Bhavani, iti vichikitsam, the way I have mentioned now, that kind of doubt, iti vichikitsam, vichikitsam is doubt. The doubt that I have very soft feet, your mind is very hard, this is your doubt. This doubt, santeja, leave it aside. Santeja means leave it completely. Teja means leave it. Santeja, leave it completely. Why you should leave that? What are you doing for assuaging his doubt? Shiva Kathamasi Jirau Tatha Veshaha. Now he is putting it in the form of a question. Girau Veshaha Katham Asit. How did you enter the mountain? Enter means walk into the mountain. Mountainous surface, you are able to enter and walk. If my mind is hard, you are complaining my mind is hard. That is not correct. If you are able to enter the mountainous hard surface and walk inside on the mountainous surface, how you cannot walk in my mind? That is the question. So he is putting it in the form of a question. Question is the prayer. That means come and occupy my mind. Now, Vichikitsa is doubt. So my feet are so soft. Your mind is very hard surface. So how can I come there? This doubt you please leave aside, O Bhavanishwara, because how did you manage to enter and walk on the hard mountainous surface? Ati mrudulau mama charanau, ati kathinam te manobhavanisha, iti vikikitsam santyaja, shiva kathamasi girau tatha veshaha. Vesha is pravesha, entry.
धैर्याङ्कुशेन निभृतं रभसादाकृष्य भक्तिशृङ्खलया पुरहरचरणालाने हृदयमदेभं बधान चिद्यन्त्रैः.
Now he is coming with a prayer asking Shiva's help for controlling his mind. He said, my mind is like a mad elephant. Hridaya Mada Ibham. Mada Ibham, intoxicated elephant. Ibha is elephant. Gajanana is known as Gajavaktra or Ibhavaktra. Ibhanana. Ibha is Gaja, elephant. Mada Ibham. My mind is an intoxicated elephant. My Hridaya is an intoxicated elephant. Hridaya Madebham Dhairyankushena Nibhritam. You use the Ankusha of Dhairya, Ankusha of courage. The trainer of elephant, you might have seen, he uses a long rod that is called Ankusha, steel rod, with a little hook at the end. That is a goad. He is goading the elephant. So Dhairya Ankushena Nibhritam. Nibhritam means controlled. Actually, led, placed. Here it means controlled. Prabhasada Krishya Bhakti Shankhalaya. Prabhasada quickly. Akrishya, take it away. Akrishya means take it with you. How you take it with him? Bhakti Shankhalaya, with the chain of bhakti. Because for taking the elephant, ordinary string is not enough, isn't it? So you need an iron chain. So that is what he says. The iron chain is bhakti. Bhakti is the one which will attract the Lord. Akrishya, that is why the term he is using is Akrishya. Akrishya means attracting the elephant. Now here, there it doesn't mean attracting, it means leading the elephant. Here it means attracting. The mind should be attracted by means of bhakti towards Parameshwara. So Rabhasati Akrishya Bhakti Shrankhalaya Purahara. Oh Parameshwara, the Tripurari, who is known for Tripura Samhara, Charana Alane. Alana is the post to which the elephant is tied. The elephant has been controlled with Ankusha, though it is an intoxicated mad elephant. It has been controlled with Ankusha, Dhairya, Ankusha of Dhairya, courage. It has been led by by leading with a chain of bhakti. Then finally it has to be led to a post and tied there. So the post is Charana, your feet are the post. Charana Lane, Hridayamadebham Badhane, please go and tie it there. This elephant, please go and tie it there. How will you tie? Chidyantraihi. You tie it very strongly. You use such methods so that it doesn't break off your post. Elephants are very strong, isn't it? So my mind is also very strong. It is already intoxicated elephant. So my mind is uncontrollably evil. So that kind of evil mind, with the help of courage, because courage is required to drop evil ways and adopt good ways. So that is courage. Then bhakti is required for going near the post. The post is Shiva's feet. For going near the post, I need bhakti. Having gone there, even then my mind will be distracted because of past vasanas. So you use suitable tying method. Yantraihi, chit yantraihi. What is the tying method you will use? Chiti. Chiti is jnana. But if you grant me jnana, naturally my mundane attractions will disappear, isn't it? Why I am attracted to worldly things? Because I don't have jnana. My avidya is causing this attraction. So once you have removed this attraction, once you give me jnana, that is why chidyantraihi. this attraction will go. So please control the intoxicated elephant, which is my Hridaya, by using the Ankusha, the goad of courage, and lead it aside quickly, because if you delay, this elephant is unreliable. It may break off from your control and go somewhere. See, look at the condition of our mind, how beautifully he is describing. So that is why you do it quickly, fast. Take it away using the chain of bhakti and tie it firmly to the post which is your feet by using methods which will keep it securely tied. And that is the method of jnana. Once jnana comes, nothing will shake this man. Jnana is the requirement for this. That is what he is nicely putting. धैर्याङ्कुशेन निभृतं रभसादाकृष्य भक्तिशृङ्खलया पुरहरचरणालाने हृदयमदेभं बधान चिद्यन्त्रैः
प्रचरत्यभितः प्रगल्भवृत्त्या मदवानेश मनः करीगरीयान् परिगृह्य नयेन भक्तिरज्वा परमस्थाणुपदं दृढं नयामुम्.
Now the imagery is again same. The mind is the elephant. Manak kari gari yan. Second line. My mind elephant has grown very big, has grown very large, gari yan, very huge. Why it has grown very huge? Because of mada. Madavan, yes, because of intoxication, because of pride and arrogance, it has become uncontrollable, this mind elephant. What does it do? Pracharati abhitaha pragalbha vritya. Abhitaha means on all sides. It moves about here and there, because our mind is always distracted by several distractions, mundane, worldly. That is why he is nicely putting it. Pracharati abhitaha. It moves about in all directions, this elephant. Pragalbha vritya. In what way it moves about? It moves about in a very proud manner. Pragalbha vritya. Vritti means the gait, the gati. The way it walks here and there, it is very proud. Pragalbha vritya. Pragalbha actually means majesty. Here we cannot take it as majesty, it's a pride. Parigrihyanayena bhakti rajva. So now there is a prayer. Now he has described the mind elephant. Now there is a prayer. Similar to the previous prayer. Parigrihyanayena bhakti rajva. Nayena means in a very expert manner, very careful manner. In a very careful manner, you are handling a intoxicated elephant. So you do it carefully. Parigrihya, catch hold of it carefully. How do you catch hold of it? Bhakti rajva, with the rope of bhakti. With the rope of bhakti, catch hold of it, bring it under control, and then take it where? Paramasthano padam dridham nayamum amum. This elephant. Naya, lead it. Dridham nayamum. Dridham tanupadam naya. Lead it to a firm post. Thanu is a wooden post. Thanu is actually a tree. Here we can take it as a post. Padam means the state of a post, the position of a post. The position of a post which is very firm, because you need a firm position, isn't it? Firm post. Then only you can tie it there. So take it there. Actually, Thanu also means Shiva. One of the names of Shiva is Thanu. There is a place called Shukendram near Kanyakumari, where the Lord is known as, in Tamil, Thanumalayan. Thanu is Thanu in Tamil, Shiva. Mal is Vishnu in Tamil, Mal. Brahma is Ayan, Thanumalayan. That is the local name for that. Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva are together there. So, Thanu means, why he is called Thanu? He is like a unmoving tree. Who? Parameshwara. When he sits down for tapas, Shiva is known to be the greatest yogi. When he sits down for yoga and tapas, nothing will shake him. So he is known as Thanu. That is the lesson for how to engage your mind, how to concentrate your mind. So this Thanu is the guidance for us to keep our mind steady. So Paramasthanu, he is the supreme Thanu. He is the supreme post. He is the supreme tree. He is the supreme Shiva. So that position, Padam, Drudham, this is very firm. Once you go there, no more distraction. So please go take it there. Take this intoxicated elephant, which is my mind, which has gone huge with pride, and it is moving here and there in all directions with a proud gait, and catch hold of it very carefully, very smartly, Nayana, in a very smart manner. Catch hold of it very smartly with the rope of bhakti and take it to that firm post, which is Parameshwara, which is supreme. Take it there. प्रचरत्यभित प्रगल्भवृत्या मदवानेश मनःकरीगरीयान् परिगृह्य नयेन भक्तिरज्वा परमस्थानुपदं दृढं नयामुम्. So we close for the day. Actually, yeah, it's fine. So we close for the day and we continue tomorrow with the balance. Only 3 shlokas are left. The last part of Shivananda Lahari we will complete tomorrow and hopefully proceed with the next stotra. Are there any questions?
There are no questions today.
No questions today. So we close for the day and I invite all of you to join me in the tomorrow's concluding session of Shivananda Lahari and join me in immersing ourselves in the Shivananda bliss, in the great pravaha, the great flood of Shivananda. Namah Parvati Pataye Har Har Mahadeva.